When and why did you start getting records?
You might actually be able to help with this. I feel like we kind of started at the same time.
It was roughly the same time.
I just remember that time of
Snowball.
like trying to find get as many records for cheap as you could because I just wanted to I don't know if it was a competitive thing, but
I don't know.
just wanted to get more to at least try to start building some kind of collection.
Right.
So it was like buying a lot of shit records, and I still have all of them. I remember getting this just because
Yeah, I remember that.
it's probably right around the same time, just because we were like, oh, this is hilarious. And I'm like, who's that guy? It wasn't so much about the sound. I like the physical aspect of it in general, just the size. And then when I got into this sort of stuff, the whole physical aspect of it. Really
When did you
made a lot
get
more sense.
into this stuff?
2 years ago. And that's when I started thinking about it in that terms of making it like a useful creative tool. I feel like that's when it really snowballed. And there was a time, that was like the high point of when I wasn't buying any new records. I was just scouring for any kind of cool, obscure, spending 50 cents on records and taking them home and being like, this is garbage. Buying a few and then finding that one gem moment. That's fun in itself. That's part of the hunt.
Do you think vinyl sounds better than CD or anything else?
I'd rather listen to it. Absolutely. I've always just liked imperfection in music in general. It's made it feel, tangible, it's something you could actually do. That's why really produced music, hyper-produced music on vinyl has always been kind of weird to me. Because it's kind of clashes with the nature of the format, it's an imperfect format, really. There's going to be noise, there's going to be pops and clicks and stuff. And that's part of, listening to old records, that are aged, have that character, this kind of stuff. These are the two Ataxia records. Ataxia is Frashante, Josh Kliffenhofer, or whatever his name is. But they were the first Frashante vinyl recordings that I had. Him being one of the most important people to me ever. Something about him sparks in me to the core. The simplicity. Not to say that I don't like his stuff with Chili Peppers, but just him and his musical prowess in general, and just the way he thinks about it all. It's like he's talking to me all the time. Well, this is the Parentheses album. It's a real whopper. It'll make you cry, make you poop your pants. Pretty much does it all. Give you a boner. Probably the most money I've ever spent on a record. Actually, definitely the most money I've ever spent on a record is this. It's a sleepy time wonder. Put you out. Better than any narcotic. Very cathartic. Important. This record is just kind of somewhere inside me all the time. This is Preemptive Strikes, DJ Shadow. Basically after Introducing came out, he needed another record but didn't have the material, but had a big back catalog. So they kind of put everything together and released this. which doesn't sound like it's a bunch of old material pasted together. It's actually one of the more cohesive. It's my favorite DJ Shadow record. I've spent a lot of time researching and diving into the sampling that he did on this record specifically, which has been fun on taking and exposed me to a lot of really obscure stuff. Preemptive Strike, check it out. This is probably the catalyst for what got me into records recently. It was a gift from my dear friend Tucker Stevenson. One of the most important I've ever received. Because when this record came out, it was a pretty big deal for me. Definitely kind of changed my course of at least thinking musically and in a lot of ways, songwriting and what makes good songs, what makes songs unique. It's always a good reminder, and it brings me back to a very specific place, especially in like my mental health major growing phase for me during this time. So it's kind of like, it's like my summer school or something. This is the Selma Songs Bjork original soundtrack to the motion picture Dancer in the Dark. Yeah, all the music, the way that it's cut into the film and the way that they even approach that, it's almost like inner monologues with her and how she sees things, sees, quote unquote, which you can't really. One of the most heartbreaking, emotionally jarring movies I've ever seen. So much so that I couldn't bring myself to watch the end for the first 3 or 4 times I watched the movie. There's really only like, I think all of the Bjork stuff that I have is all of the Bjork stuff eventually it'd be nice to have all the other recordings, but these are the most even prominent for me, including this. Is strange, but more a testament to her just ability as a vocalist to be able to cover so much ground. We have this for a reason. Those are like the 3 pinnacles of her, and the only 3 records. It's kind of funny how you can gauge like the importance of artists' work based on what you have or what you most want, what's most important to you, you know? That's definitely these 3 as far as her caliber goes. Yep.